So you're an incredible actor. You've been in so many things that I've seen, and I was so happy to get a chance to talk to you. Like, first of all, you've been in Shameless, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. How was that experience for you?
Oh, dude, that was crazy because I knew so much about Shameless, and
Mhm,
my roommates were like big crazy fans, and I never watched the show.
mhm,
And because it was like it had been going on for so long, I felt like I'm gonna wait till it finishes and then I'll binge the whole thing.
mhm.
And then I got the audition for it, and I was like, oh my god, this character is so much fun, and I can relate to this character so much. So when I read the lines, I was like, oh my god, I gotta book this. And I got in, and as soon as I auditioned for it, I watched the entire series in like a week and a half. And I was like, what is wrong with me? How did I not like watch this show earlier? It's so good. Fantastic show. And just being able to be on that set was incredible.
Then
They're really cool people.
you go on to be on another amazing show called Hacks. That must have been an incredible experience. So that part for you was also it also seemed like so much fun.
Oh yeah. That was the most fun I've ever had on set. I remember leaving work that day and being like, this feels like I robbed someone. Like I'm getting away with something that I feel like I shouldn't. Like it's incredible when you leave work and you're like, this is what I want to do every single day. I want every day to be like that. It was so much fun, so much laughs. Like first of all, I think the showrunners, the writers, they're like the most brilliant, witty people. Um, I was already a fan from like Broad City and like The Office, and they all like come from that. And being able to like I just related to the humor so well. It was very easy to pick up on like the little subtleties. Um, and I had so much fun. And Hannah Einbinder, she's like just amazing. She's so down to earth and super present. And I really enjoyed working with her.
That is awesome. And then I remember the L Word when it first started. I was watching it as I guess an older teen at that point, and now you have
Me
the
too, dude.
new
Me too.
yeah now you have the new edition, and you're in that. How does that feel?
That is crazy and so surreal because I used to watch it. I remember being like 14 or 15 watching it like late at night when my parents went to bed. And I always want it feels like a rite of passage in a way. It feels like a goal for like any gay kid. It just like for me it was just like it's like all we had. So to be able to be a part of that, join that world is so surreal. It felt like a dream come true. Like a lot of the parts that I've been able to play and the people that I've been able to work with so far have felt very like pinch me moments. Like
Mhm.
when I got to be on set with like Patrick Stewart or Will Ferrell, like I just remember being like, this can't be real. Like I used to watch you guys on TV, and then to be able to like be working with you, it it's such an incredible feeling, and it really like it makes all of those years of like hard work feel like they were worth something, you
Mhm.
know? It
Yeah,
was
definitely.
amazing.
You're such an incredible talent. Let's talk a little bit about that hard work. I was reading, doing my research for this about how you wanted to become an actor because of Harry Potter. How do you go from
Yeah.
Harry Potter to everything you've done now? Like, what has that journey been like?
I think all kids like you watch Harry Potter and you just like fall in love with the magic of it.
Mhm,
And I was around the same age as the three lead actors in that, and I was like, how did they get to do it? Like I want to do it too. And we just I, I we didn't have the resources, like I consider myself like first generation American, even though I wasn't born here. I was born in DR. but I did all my schooling in Florida. Um, so it's really hard to like ask your parents for help because they don't know. They're like just trying to like get by and just trying to like keep or get a job. And it's just incredibly hard when they don't have those resources. So, you know, I really wanted to do art. So the best thing, the easiest thing that the thing that I had the most access to was art school. So I of course I auditioned for art school, got in, and I was able to, you know, like scratch that itch. And then when I was like in high school, I started thinking like, all right, what am I gonna do? Like I love movies, and I like my favorite pastime as a kid was going to the movie theater and going to Movie Co. And oh my God, I remember I watched Star Wars. Was it Attack of the Clones? Like not Attack of the. I think it was yeah. I saw Attack of the Clones in the movie theater like 5 times. That movie's like that movie's 3 hours long, so that's like
Yeah.
15 hours as a kid. Like I was obsessed. But yeah, I had to figure it out. I was like, do I want to go to film school, or am I just gonna like, you know, save up some money or and pursue acting? And I think the idea of like getting into debt and having my parents kind of like co-sign on that, I didn't feel very comfortable. And it was something that I really wanted just to get on my own. So I saved my money and I moved to LA, and you know, it was really hard being like 19 years old and not having any financial support whatsoever and kind of just figuring it out. But yeah, it was good. And then, you know, I got a commercial agent, got my feet wet in that sense. And just, you know, I've gotten so many no's just to get like a yes. So it's just, you know, it's a hustle. It's a big hustle.
There's a ton of people who want to be actors, and like you said, there's a ton of no's before you get that yes. And now I believe you're 10 plus years in LA. You've chased that dream. How do you go from no to no to no to no and keep on going till you find that yes?
Just, it's the one thing that like makes me the happiest. So it's like, in the sense of like get rich or die trying, it's like chase it and die trying. I just didn't see anything else that I wanted to do or that gave life like just there was nothing. I don't know, I didn't really have anything else to aspire to. Like I didn't want to go back home, and so I pretty much said like, I remember I think I think it had been like 6 or 7 years, and I'm just like, nothing's happening. Like I might get a commercial like once a year or something, and nothing's clicking. And I would take all these different classes, try to figure out what's not working. And I just remember one day, I think I was bussing a table at like my waitressing job, and I was just like, you know, at the end of the day, I'll do this every single day so long as I could just get an audition. And at that point, even just the audition was the goal. And I was looking at it as like, as long as I have an audition, that's my playground. So I'll just like, I'll bust these tables because I know that there's a bigger goal to this. So I was just kind of just settling with that. Yeah.
That's awesome. You could definitely tell your passion for this. I mean, I throughout a lot of the interviews that I've read for you, you describe yourself as a serious person. But when you're talking about acting, you could definitely see your giddiness coming out. You could definitely see your passion coming out. Um, Even though you didn't have financial support from your family, how important was the support that it did show for you as an actor, as pursuing what your career goals were?
You know, my mom definitely was super supportive when it came to the arts. She's the one that like encouraged me to go to art school. My brother, when he found out that I got accepted into art school, he took me to the store to buy a bunch of supplies. Like so they were very supportive. I think my dad was really scared because because I think my dad worked in New York City for a long time, so I think he kind of like knew like the odds
Mhm.
of like succeeding. Um, but it's really worth it now to kind of like look at my family and know that like the sacrifice of being away from home
Mhm.
for so long was actually worth it. Because I'm so happy. I'm happy to be able to work and tell stories, and I think that's like what you would want from your child. You know what I mean? Just to see
Yeah,
them happy and passionate towards something. Um, I know my mom's very proud. Definitely.
definitely. I think for a lot of the Latin families, arts are a hobby and not a career path. Was it
For
difficult to
sure.
convince them to, support this endeavor that you took on?
Um, Dude, I don't know. I've always been so stubborn and hard headed. So it's like I always kind of do what I want to do regardless. Um, so like I got good grades. I did what I was supposed to do, but like, I just, yeah, I didn't want to be a doctor. So I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Um, yeah, I just think that if they see that you put like 100% into something, they're gonna be supportive of that. And if you're
Awesome.
financially like independent, like
Yeah.
I've never been the type to ask for anything. Like I've always been the type to like, all right, I'm gonna go get a job. I'm gonna save up my money, and like
Mhm.
that this is where I'm gonna get my freedom by working for it. So I've always had that mindset.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
You're definitely a very strong person. Aside from your career as an actor, you also have your fine arts, which you do painting, you do photography. I've seen a lot of your paintings. They're incredible. How did you build up that talent, or is it something that just comes natural to you?
My mom.
Your mom.
Yeah, my mom, she's a really good painter. Honestly, I come from a big family of painters. My mom taught
Mhm.
me how to she got me like started, and then I went to art school and developed and tried a bunch of different arts, from sculpting, to drawing, to painting, to ceramics. So I got to experience a lot of different art forms. But I think it's a family thing, and for me it's so therapeutic because like uh I'll just get lost. Like I'll open a bottle of
Mhm.
wine and just lock myself in my room, and I'll just be painting like the whole weekend or something like that. It's just therapeutic. I love it. I don't do it
That
so
is
much
awesome.
lately, but
Mhm.
when I do, I'll dive in for like hours.
Mhm. That's incredible. Another thing that's very therapeutic is the fact that you ride a motorcycle. How much freedom do you feel just going out on the road and riding for, hundreds of miles at a time or whatever it is you do?
Dude, the bike's fun. The bike's a lot of fun. I I've been riding for like 4 or 5 years now.
Hmm.
Um, why did I start? Oh, I started. Okay, I used to bartend at this British pub, and I used to work with these really like old British dudes, and they all rode Triumphs. And I guess I just wanted to feel like a part of the gang, so I I went and took a course,
Hmm.
and I remember it was like a 3 day course on the west side, and by the end of it, the instructor gives me my certificate and she said, please do not get on a motorcycle anytime soon. It was so bad. Um, but yeah, no, I took some private lessons. I ended up getting the bike. I got a Harley right now. I got like a 83 Sportster. She's a little tiny, but she's got a lot of power.
Hmm.
Um, she's fun. I'll take her down like through the PCH, go to the rock store. The furthest I think I've taken her was to Arizona, and that might have been like 7 hours or something. I tell you, like
Wow.
I got off the bike like this, like
Yeah.
it's so bad. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, riding a motorcycle is incredible. It feels so liberating. It's very therapeutic for sure.
Pardon
Um,
the noise, by the way. I'm actually like in Brazil right now visiting my brother, and
oh,
I have no idea. There's like a truck going by outside
it's fine. I
speaking
can barely hear
Portuguese.
it.
Oh, okay, cool, dope, dope.
Yeah. Is there a dream role you're going after? Is there something that you're looking for? How do you choose your roles? Like what what do you want next? How do you, keep pushing that goal further and further?
Um, the goal, I mean, honestly, just to keep working. I just want to work, but I'd love to get more. I'd love to do a film, honestly, and like some sort of like character driven film where I actually um, can get very specific.
Hmm.
Um, I love to collaborate with like Spanish filmmakers. I just got to work with Fernando Mireles, who did City of God, the Portuguese filmmaker who's like freaking incredible.
Hmm.
That was definitely on my bucket list. Um, I don't know, honestly, just work. And I'd love to do more comedy. Like if I could do some like a series like Hacks, that'd be amazing. I love comedy. So yeah, I don't know, just work. I'm just happy to work. That's it.
Well, you're an incredible actor. I really enjoy watching you. You seem to have a lot of fun in your roles. You definitely sink yourself into it and make an audience feel like they're watching, you naturally every single time you're on screen. So, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. Likewise, Jesus. Thank you.